Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dr. Bonsai at Dr. Bonsai's Meme Emporium. Tonight, I have something special. Inner Sphere Battle Armor Platoon from the Battletech Mercenaries Kickstarter. So, that's interesting. This isn't on retail shelves yet. Dr. Bonsai, how'd you get it? It's a fair question, well asked. And the answer is Amazon. So, what I'm going to do first, before I actually crack the box open and do my comparisons with the existing Clan Elemental Battle Armor, I'm going to first talk about the sequence of events that happened. Last Wednesday, I believe it was 17th, July 17th, I got a ping on Discord from a friend of mine saying, hey, check out Amazon, they're selling Kickstarter product. I'm like, huh, that's weird. I don't believe that. Okay, so I check out the listing, and by God, you can. There was a buy it now link on Amazon.com for these guys in North American store. I'm like, huh, that's weird. So I bid. I bought it. It was $30. It basically retail. $30 for the Battle Armor Platoon, which is MSRP, I believe. Does not say. Shocking. At least not that I can. Maybe I'm too stupid to see it. I'm probably too stupid to see it. So whatever. So, anyways, so you had this listing. I bought it. I got the confirmation, and then I posted it on my Facebook, and this caused a bunch of people to be just absolutely flipping outraged, just so mad because, like, oh, I'm out outrage. I'm just trying to cause outrage. I hate Catalyst. I mean. Yeah, but at the same time, that's kind of bogus that that a big company would get product before most of your Kickstarter backers. That's kind of dirty. And the fact that me, who actually had the pledge closed by Catalyst because I made a comment about the nation of origin of these battle armor and the methods that may or may not have been used to manufacture them. They got really upset with that, so they canceled my pledge. So, the fact that I'm able to get this before people that actually back the Kickstarter, I think they should know, and they should be aware that, who they're dealing with, people should know that it's a snake when you pick it up, right? So, when they're dealing with Catalyst Game Labs. So that being said, I bought this with my own cash against my better judgment to see what would happen, because I was like 90% sure this is kind of some sort of weird vapor listing, then this is going to be a nothing, and if so, I'll just cancel it, whatever. So I get a tracking notification from UPS, and I'm like, okay, that's odd. UPS, not Amazon. So you could say that was probably due to like the Prime Day stuff, and they were just offloading some stuff to UPS. But my tinfoil hat theory is that somebody at Amazon got a shipment of these from Catalyst Warehouse, because the Catalyst Warehouse is actually really, really close to the UPS distribution center where this box was shipped out from. I have nothing to support that. That is a absolutely tinfoil hat conspiracy theory, so treat it as such. But either way, I have this. I have it before a lot of folks. I don't know that there's any other published reviews. I've heard bad things about the sculpt quality. I'm not seeing it from this angle, but maybe when we crack it open, it won't be bad. I will do my best to compare these to the Clan Elemental Power Armor, which was the last Power Armor set that we got, that I really, 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 really liked, even though some of the details are soft, but we'll get into it. So, what do you get in this box? Battle Armor Platoon. Each squad of guys is 4 Power Armor suits, which is Inner Sphere Standard Organization, and these are just Inner Sphere Standard. They have a support weapon mount, an anti-personnel mount, and battle claw, I believe, and they're like 1-2 movement, so they ground move 1 and then they jump 2. I believe I might have that wrong. I'm not the best with battle armor, especially Air Sphere Standard. So you get a full platoon of these guys, and then you get, you know, clans change the nature of warfare, blah, 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 blah. You get Alpha Strike cards, Battlefield support cards. Okay, so this is something they didn't do with the Elementals, and I'm curious to see if they... And I'm curious to see if they actually retroactively go back and in maybe the next run of Clan Elemental Stars, they put these in there as well. So let's crack this open. I always thought it was an oversight that the Clan Elementals, the Star Box specifically, didn't have the paperwork to begin with. Obviously, the Battlefield support thing, this is a fairly recent innovation. But also, like just the Alpha Strike cards, because everything else has the Alpha Strike card. Okay, so squad of 4. Okay, so you get, oh wow, so you get 1 card for each. So anti-mech, carrying capacity 4, mechanized. So you have laser, LRR. You guys are going to have to help me out. I'm not sure what LRR is for some reason. Long range something or other. Oh, okay. This is okay. Yeah, gotcha. So let's kind of compartmentalize this. So you have the laser, and then on the back, light recoilless rifle. That's what that is. And then you have machine gun, and then you have SRM, and then you have magnetic, which means they get X-Mech. So basically the suits have magnetic clamps, so they can transport on non-Omni mechs. And that's really helpful if you're like a Compellum player who doesn't have access to a lot of Omni mechs, or even really any faction that has kind of a dearth of Omni mechs. So that's actually really helpful. Flamer squad, and then you have again more magnetic. Is this different from the one that we just looked at? Magnetic squad 4? Squad 4? No. Identical. What's on the back? Oh, you just get 2 of those. Oh, and they have the little different, okay, different unit art. Okay, neat. All right. So there we go. All right. So Alpha Strike 6 jump, you know, size 1, TMM 1, you know, decently tough for what they are, for a 14-point outlay. I don't know how you could be mad. Oh no, I only soaked 3 points of damage. Well, it's 14 points and somebody wasted a strike on them. So anywho, next you have the battlefield support rules. So these were introduced in the Battle of Tukid book. And battle armor wasn't an option, but you can have like kind of general stat lines to represent vehicles, so you can include them in your play. And they had some restrictions. They kind of activated before everybody else, so their movement phase in classic BattleTech was before everybody else's, including, you know, you and your opponent. And then they do a certain amount of damage times, you know, so they do like 2 damage clusters. This is how, this is the skill with which they operate. That's their range and hexes. So they have, they have 3 jump. Okay, so the 3 jump, T2 plus 2 TMM, and that's their battlefield support points. The white is for the white values, and then the dark gray is for the dark gray value. So you can improve their skill by 1, and you treat this as both like their ballistic and their skill, or their gunnery and just their general skill check for attacking swarming vehicles, swarming mechs, that kind of thing. And they do 5 times 2 damage, and then you have these specials, and then your destroy check. So that's actually when a battlefield support unit takes damage, you roll 2d6, and if it's equal to or less than this thing, their take a little bit of extra damage, or you mark it down on the card. This is a prototype rule, so I'm probably misremembering this. So somebody in the comments correct me. And then you have, that check gets worse and worse and worse until finally somebody comes along and they cough and kill it. They cough on them and kill them. So again, double-sided. So the best you can do is 6/5. So you're paying either 9 battlefield support points or 11 battlefield support points. And then you have just a unique card for each squad, which again is a really nice touch. And I hope they go back and they do the elementals the same way. I'm not CGL's biggest fan, but I will not unfairly shit on them when they're doing something right. I think that so far, I'm going to look at the miniatures here in a second. So far, I like what I see. So, all right. Ta-da! No additional paperwork. You get the little square pack. Each of these little fellas in here. They're plastic, they're fine. Okay, so you get your 5 squads, or you get your 4 squads. So let's take a look here. So the detail, it's soft. Ooh, it's very soft. I don't know if, based on the material, that they kind of left these guys in the oven long enough. It's funny because on camera they look a lot worse than they actually are. They're still not fantastic. Because basically I'm sticking my head around the back of my camera to kind of see what's going on. They're not terrible, honestly. I think they are less well defined and less well molded than the elementals. So let me see if that's the case for all of these guys. These ones seem okay. They're all kind of on a pose. It looks like 2 pegs in for each guy, 1 in each foot in the base. So if you wanted to pop these guys off, you can probably, yeah, these guys are in there pretty solidly. So if you wanted to remove them and use them to spice up your vehicles, or if you want to have one of your Omni-Mechs carrying infantry battle armor, you can probably freeze it off, stick it in this freezer, let the glue brittle, become brittle, and just off you go. So they all kind of look the same. Well, obviously each of the poses is identical. I feel like this base is got a little bit more definition. Maybe they left this one in the oven a little bit longer. Who knows? But generally the details, especially for this suit that has a lot of hard defined edges, as opposed to the elementals where there are more rounded and kind of more creepy organic shapes. I think the mold process let it down. Now compared to, so here's the elementals that came out with the Clan Mercenary Kickstarter, so you can see, man, that does not look great. That is not a favorable comparison. Man, whew. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Look at that. Oh, I'm losing focus there. So, yeah, the elementals are the clear winner here. They're more well defined. You can tell where stuff is. These guys, I can't tell where their visors are. I can't tell. I can barely tell where anything is. And as soon as you get a coat of primer on this, maybe they'll come to life if you do a little coat of primer and do like a key base of key base of like a dark wash or something like that. But man, that is not a favorable comparison to make. Now, what I do have, if I can grab them, is I have, ta-da! Anybody remember these? Now these are the MechWarrior Dark Age clicks. Specifically, these are the Achilles battle armor. I just had these sitting on my desk for some mysterious reason, so you can kind of see these are a lot. Obviously, these are scaled a lot bigger because clicks was just like scale. What's that? But you can see that even these. God, what is it, 2000? Oh God, 2003 sculpts were actually really good, and they're kind of this flimsy PVC-esque plastic, the same way as these guys. So, or if you really want to blow somebody's mind, you have the Fenrir battle armor, Fenrir assault battle armor, and you can see, again, slightly bigger scale, but at the same time, like from 2003. Clearly this molding technology is lost tech, but so what do I think of it? That's tough because everybody wants battle armor. Well, most people want battle armor. Well, do they? I don't know. I like battle armor. I like playing with battle armor. I find it really enhances my games. It makes things way more interesting because all of a sudden mechs have to be fairly careful about where they step. Otherwise, they're going to get swarmed. They're going to get stung a bunch of times by lasers. They're just going to be just dogged the entire game by battle armor if you're not careful about it. And their ability to deny area is probably understated. So I like that we got Alpha Strike cards. I like that we got the Battlefield support cards. I think those are both real big wins for my I think those are both real big wins. I think 3 feet away, these are probably going to be serviceable. I don't expect people to be pulling out Golden Demon level paint jobs on these guys. I just don't see it. The sculpts lack sufficient detail. I'm not sure if I don't think it's a limitation of the actual like visual of the CAD files that they use, because clearly those were when the Battletech art team showed it off, they seemed okay. There's nothing to write home about, but again, there's nothing horrendously offensive about. So I'm not sure where the disconnect happened, where these guys look so much worse despite being the same scale as the elementals. I just don't get it. I'm not sure, if the detail wasn't being held in the mold. I don't know. I'm not going to make excuses for Catalyst because that's not my job. All I can say is, like, gameplay wise, I think this was pretty good. I think you've got some nice 3D markers for your battle armor. I don't know that you would treat these as like a passion art project like you would Iron Wind Metal battle armor. If you want better looking battle armor, go to Iron Wind Metals, buy the Inner Sphere battle armor. Those will be better looking, they'll have better definition, and they'll just generally probably be just as robust as the plastic ones. But this is a hard. I say if you have an absolute aversion to metal, I would say buy these, if for nothing else than the gameplay aspect. If you're a big fan of having relatively crisp, flash-free, easy to paint molds, this ain't it, Chief. Go to Iron Wind Metals. Just bite the bullet. Go to Iron Wind Metals. Support those guys, and buy metal miniatures. But other than that, I don't know if I didn't buy these for a review, if I would have bought them. Let me put it that way. I would be on the fence about it the same way as I am right now. So, sorry if everybody was waiting for a big dose of haterade from me, or if people were waiting on a big dose of me fanboying out for CGL. Just kind of like, right in the middle. Like I can see people really liking these guys. I can see people really not liking these because of the sculpt quality. I think the sculpt quality is not there. It's not nearly as good as the Elementals. But yeah, that's it. Just talking in circles. So I will bid you, gentlemen and ladies, a good night. Bye.